Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a rather wild Tuesday, and honestly, the soap world is completely on fire right now. We need to talk about the absolute madness happening in Los Angeles. Grab a huge cup of coffee because we have a massive amount of ground to cover today regarding our favorite messy families. So, things are getting completely out of hand on the bold and the beautiful. I mean, it is a total disaster right now. And Ridge Forrester has finally had enough. He is just done. The CEO of Forrester Creations has a laundry list of grievances against Dollar Bill Spencer and the whole Logan gang. Honestly, who can actually blame him at this point? But the real question we all need to be asking is, how far is he going to go to get revenge on Bill Spencer and his family? Stay tuned because we are diving deep into all the upcoming drama, and trust me, it is going to get incredibly ugly. Ridge is striking back, literally. The latest spoilers are showing us that a massive, ugly confrontation is brewing between Bill Spencer and Ridge Forrester. Now, we all know these two have been at each other's throats for years, decades, really? The rivalry between Bill and Ridge is one of those classic soap staples that just never really goes away. They have fought over Brooke, they have fought over Taylor, they have fought over companies, and they have fought over just about everything else under the sun, but this time it feels so much darker. It is not just about a woman anymore. It is about blood, it is about legacy, and it is about the fact that Bill Spencer is actively trying to destroy the Forrester family from the inside out. Let's just look at what happened last week. The absolute betrayal of Hope Logan defecting to Logan Creations. Katie and Bill orchestrated this whole ASAP fashion show just to completely blindside Forrester Creations, and they did it on purpose. They launched Hope by Logan right before Eric Forrester's highly anticipated haute couture comeback. And what happened? Eric's show flopped. It failed critically and it failed commercially. Ridge had to stand there and watch his father, the great Eric Forrester, be completely humiliated and ignored by the press because all the cameras were flashing for Hope and Katie. And who funded that, who made that happen? Dollar Bill Spencer. And it wasn't just the fashion show. Wyatt Spencer shows up with the hope for the future diamond. Bill uses it to generate all this buzz for Katie's new company. It is like Bill is just sitting up in his dark tower pulling the strings, laughing at the Forresters while their empire burns. Ridge sees all of this. He sees Bill's fingerprints on every single disaster that is hitting his family right now. So yeah, Ridge is mad. He is so mad. He is practically shaking with rage in every single scene. But then you add the kids into the mix. Oh boy, the kids, Will Spencer and RJ Forrester. A few episodes ago, we saw Will just completely snap under the pressure of all these corporate secrets. He punched RJ in the stomach at the bikini bar, and then, if that wasn't enough, Will goes to the beach house and just repeatedly punches RJ in the face, just beats him down. RJ, who apparently has absolutely zero self-defense skills, was left bruised and possibly with a concussion. And Elektra Forrester had to witness the whole thing. She was horrified. She broke up with Will on the spot, threw her necklace at him, and moved out. So Ridge finds out that Bill's son is physically assaulting his son. Ridge is a fiercely protective father, maybe way too protective sometimes, but you get what I mean. He sees his boy beaten up by a Spencer. And that is the absolute last straw. Ridge corners Elektra. He gives her this brutal, unforgiving ultimatum. He tells her she has to completely sever ties with Will if she wants to keep her career at Forrester Creations. He even threatens to make her testify against Will to the police. Ridge is acting like this overbearing dictator, but in his mind, he is protecting his family from the dangerous, unhinged Spencers. And here is where the massive hypocrisy comes in. because Ridge is calling Will a dangerous, violent thug. But what does Ridge do? Ridge marches right over to Bill Spencer and punches him right in the face. I mean, come on, you just can't make this stuff up. Ridge assaults Bill, but he is condemning Will for assaulting RJ. It is the classic Forrester double standard. Ridge has been married to Brooke 9 times and divorced 8 times, but he is lecturing these kids on how to have a stable relationship. But honestly, watching Ridge deck Bill was kind of satisfying. Okay, maybe that sounded a bit dramatic, but you get what I mean. But here is the crazy part. Bill didn't even care. Bill just laughed it off. He took the punch from the dressmaker and just gloated. Bill is so arrogant right now. He is riding high on the massive success of Logan Creations, and he knows he is winning the corporate war. He even tells Will not to give up on Elektra. Bill is basically encouraging his son's toxic behavior because he refuses to let a Forrester win. Bill tells Will that keeping corporate secrets is just business, and if Elektra can't handle it, she is the problem. What kind of parenting is that? What were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well for Will? And you know what makes this whole situation a million times worse? Brooke Logan is not here. Brooke is out of town. She went off on some wellness retreat after she violently slapped Katie across the face for stealing the Logan name. Yes, Brooke slapped her own sister because she thinks the Logan name is her exclusive intellectual property, so Brooke is gone. The one person who usually stands between Ridge and Bill is miles away trying to find her zen. The one person who usually plays peacemaker, or at least distracts them enough to stop them from killing each other, is completely out of the picture. She is not here to intervene. Without Brooke around, these two alpha males are completely unsupervised. There is absolutely no voice of reason. There is no one to tell Ridge to calm down and think rationally. There is no one to tell Bill to back off and stop provoking the bear. It is just raw, unfiltered hatred, and Ridge is ready to go full scorched earth. He has had enough of playing nice. So how far will Ridge actually go? The fans on social media are going crazy with theories right now. Up until now, Ridge has been relatively passive. He has been reacting to the things happening to him and his company. But longtime viewers know that Ridge can do some serious, permanent damage when he wants to. He is not just a tailor with a sketch pad. He is a ruthless businessman when he is pushed into a corner. And right now, he is trapped in a corner with his family's legacy burning down around him. The spoilers are teasing that Ridge is going to use fists and dirty tricks in this war against Bill Spencer. We already saw the fists, but what about the dirty tricks? Rumor has it that Ridge might actually go after Katie Spencer and Hope Logan in the courts with massive lawsuits. I mean, really think about it. The intellectual property of Hope for the future. The Logan name itself. Brooke already feels like she owns the Logan brand name. Ridge could easily fund a massive, relentless legal team to completely drown Katie's new company in endless litigation. He could freeze their assets. He could tie them up in court for years until they go bankrupt. Imagine Ridge suing his own stepdaughter. Suing Hope. Hope is already having severe panic attacks. She literally collapsed and passed out unconscious on the floor of the Logan Gallery because she was so traumatized by Brooke disowning her. If Ridge hits her with a massive lawsuit right now, it could completely break her mental health. Will Ridge really stoop that low? Will he destroy Hope just to get back at Bill and Katie? Honestly, I think he might. Ridge is so blinded by his absolute hatred for Bill. He blames Katie and Bill for brainwashing Hope. He blames them for destroying Eric's comeback. He blames them for RJ getting beaten up. In Ridge's mind, the Spencers are a toxic cancer that needs to be eradicated from Los Angeles entirely. And if Hope is collateral damage in this war, then so be it. Ridge is protecting the Forrester name above all else. And let's not forget about Donna. Ridge just watched his father, Eric, publicly humiliate Donna and fire her from the executive office because she kept Katie's secret about poaching Hope. Ridge fully supported ousting Donna. Ridge is seeing the Logan winning, except for Brooke, as complete traitors. This just fuels his intense hatred for Bill, who he sees as the ultimate puppet master pulling all the strings. The fact that Eric's marriage to Donna is collapsing just adds more fuel to Ridge's fire. He wants Bill to pay for every single tear shed by a Forrester. But maybe I am being too harsh on Ridge here. Let's be real, Bill and Katie played incredibly dirty. They poached Hope in secret. They stole the media spotlight on purpose. They kept massive secrets that tore families apart. They basically orchestrated a hostile corporate coup using Forrester's own people. And Will did violently attack RJ, not once, but twice. So maybe Ridge is completely justified in fighting fire with fire. Why should the Forresters just sit back and take it? Why should they let Bill Spencer walk all over them? It is just so messy. I have been staring at this screen for hours trying to make sense of it all, and it just keeps getting more and more complicated. Sometimes I wonder if the writers even know how they are going to resolve this massive storyline. Because right now, it feels like someone is going to end up in jail or the hospital. Wait, Finn is already at the hospital dealing with Sheila and her crazy divorce paper manipulation, but that is a whole other story for another day. Let's pull ourselves back on track here. Ridge versus Bill. It is the ultimate showdown. And without Brooke there to referee, I really truly think we are going to see some of the most vicious, underhanded tactics we have seen on this show in years. Ridge might try to sabotage Logan's supply chain so they can't manufacture Deke Sharp's designs. He might try to run a vicious smear campaign in the press against Katie. He might even try to use Shauna Fulton against Bill, since Shauna is over there trying to get funding for her jewelry line, and we all know Shauna is opportunistic. Ridge will use any weapon he can find. And what about RJ? RJ is playing the victim right now, but we all know he is totally using this violent situation to get closer to Elektra. Ridge is enabling RJ's manipulative behavior by forcing Elektra to stay away from Will. It is like Ridge is using his son's bruised face as a weapon in this corporate war. It is honestly kind of gross when you really stop and think about it. But that is soap operas for you. Everyone is using everyone else. I just can't get over the fact that Bill just laughed when Ridge punched him. That image is permanently burned into my brain. Dollar Bill Spencer with a bleeding lip, just grinning like a maniac because he knows he got under Ridge's skin. Bill wants this war. He craves it. He was bored sitting in his office, and now Ridge has given him a reason to fight. Bill loves the thrill of the hunt, and destroying Forrester Creations is his ultimate prize. But Ridge is not going to back down. He simply can't. He has to protect Forrester Creations. He has to avenge Eric's public humiliation. He has to defend RJ from the Spencers. Ridge is going to unleash absolute hell on the Spencer family. The lawsuits are coming. The dirty tricks are coming. The absolute destruction of the Logan and Forrester alliance is officially here. Do you guys think Bill and his son have crossed the line? Do they actually deserve whatever Ridge Forrester is about to dish out? Or is Ridge taking this way too far by potentially suing Hope and Katie and acting like a dictator? I really want to know what you think about this mess. Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below because we need to figure this out together. I need to go get another coffee before my brain completely melts from all this intense drama. Keep watching the show, and we'll see you next time for more crazy updates.